We are surrounded by water here on Delmarva. Did you know there's an epidemic going on underneath the surface?
Starfish are dying and no one knows why, but one woman is using a new technique that may stop the spread of a deadly disease attacking these creatures. Starfish are a beautiful sight, but what's happening to them isn't pretty. Deformed creatures are coming into Maya Breitbart's lab. She's one of the nation's premier virus hunters.
It is wiping out populations and no one knows the cause.
But Maya has pioneered a new way to help diagnose the problem. It's called viral metagenomics, and it identifies mysterious marine and human viruses through DNA analysis. Right now, there is no single test for viruses.
I think it's really important that we gain a baseline so that we're not always reacting to these epidemics and trying to play catch up, but we can actually be ahead of things for once.
Aquarium curator Butch Ringelspaw hopes her new technique will help find answers.
That's one of the biggest things, is finding out what's going on with the sea stars, and then figuring out how to treat them or avoid getting animals in that might be affected and might transmit whatever issue they have to other animals.
Maya's new technique helped her earn the title of one of the most brilliant young scientists in the country.
You don't want to be in the situation that, quite frankly, we're in now, where lots and lots of animals have died.
The magazine Popular Science chose Maya because her discoveries are laying the groundwork for tomorrow's breakthroughs.
I think it's going to really change the way that we do science in the future.
And Maya was named one of Popular Science magazine's Brilliant 10. The award recognizes the nation's brightest, youngest scientific minds.
That is impressive. So that's what's going on under our waters. But what about on our waters? Perhaps you recall the name of our nation's flagship, the SS United States.
She's an ocean liner that once carried celebrities, world leaders, and even some Delmarva locals at high speed across the Atlantic. Today, just north of Delmarva, this American icon sits forgotten and forlorn. And joining us to tell us why is WBOC Midshore Bureau Chief Tyler Butler. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
So I got to ask you, Tyler, first of all, what makes the SS United States so special?
Well, back in the day, before airplanes and things like that, people used to use ships to get across the Atlantic, and you used to have hundreds of these ocean liners. The French had the longest, the British had the biggest, we had the fastest in the United States. So she's still here. Many of them are gone, but she's still here.
Oh my goodness. Now, you have actually spoken with people here on Delmarva who remember this ship.
Yeah, I put out on Facebook, seeing who had any sort of knowledge of the ship, and somebody piped in and said, hey, my dad was on a trip. We were being transferred to Germany, so we decided why not go on the United States back in '67. She was 10 years old at the time, and we've got a little clip from her here.
It was massive, and that was the biggest thing. And it was very smooth. I don't remember any turbulence or, it was just a huge floating hotel.
Wow.
So what happened to the ship?
Well, then the plane did come along eventually, the jetliner, and where the United States could do the crossing in 3.5 days, which was quick at the time, cutting it down to 8 hours, all of a sudden the United States seemed very slow. So in, I believe, '69, they took her into Newport News for her annual refitting, and she stayed there. They just took it out of service. In the '80s, they sold off all the furnishings. The ship was fireproof, so she was loaded with asbestos, and they towed her out to Turkey, I believe, and just gutted it completely. There's nothing left inside. They towed her back to Philadelphia. She's been there since '94.
Now, there's a group trying to save her, right? Why is that so important?
Well, as I said before, it's this was the fastest ship, and many still regard it as the pinnacle of maritime engineering. And she's sitting there. Still got, you can still see United States on the hull. She's our ship. So they're trying to restore this thing, which they say is, just an iconic piece of American just ingenuity.
And we can help.
Yes, you can, but to find out how you can help, you'll have to tune in tonight on WBOC News at 10 on Fox 21.
All right, and you can watch Tyler's story, Saving the United States, tonight on WBOC News at 10 on Fox 21.
Thanks, Tyler.
Thank you very much. Great to be here.
Well, still ahead on Delmarva Life, your body needs vitamin D for strong bones, but would you know if you're getting enough? How to tell if you have a vitamin D deficiency?
Plus, obesity was once thought to protect against bone loss. New research suggests, though, otherwise. We're going to dig into that study.
We'll also speak with actress and model Dale Haddon, why she's reminding us that beauty is only bone deep. Delmarva Life, we'll be right back.